Welcome to my channel, Swords and Scepters. Today we are diving into a fascinating topic. Let's get started.
The history of humanity is a long and complex tapestry. It is a rich and intricate weave of countless threads, each representing a different era, culture, and civilization. From the dawn of human existence to the present day, our story is one of continuous evolution, adaptation, and transformation. Every thread in this tapestry tells a unique story, a story of triumphs and tragedies, of discoveries and losses, of growth and decay. It is a tapestry that is constantly being woven, with new threads being added and old ones fading away. Woven into its fabric are the stories of civilizations lost and found, each contributing to the grand narrative of human history. These civilizations, though long gone, have left behind a legacy that continues to shape our world today. Their achievements in art, science, and technology have laid the foundation for modern society. Their philosophies and beliefs have influenced our own ways of thinking and living. By studying these ancient cultures, we can gain a deeper understanding of our own place in the world and the forces that have shaped our history. Each leaving behind echoes of their existence, these ancient civilizations have left an indelible mark on the landscape of history. The ruins of their cities, the remnants of their art and architecture, and the fragments of their writings all serve as reminders of their once great societies. These echoes of the past can be found in every corner of the globe, from the pyramids of Egypt to the temples of Greece, from the ruins of Rome to the ancient cities of the Americas. They are a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of our ancestors, and a reminder of the impermanence of human achievement. By studying these ancient cultures, we gain a deeper understanding of our own place in the grand narrative of human history. We learn about the challenges they faced, the solutions they devised, and the lessons they learned. We discover the roots of our social structures, beliefs, and innovations. We see how their achievements have influenced our own, and how their mistakes have served as warnings for future generations. Through the study of history, we can gain a greater appreciation for the complexity and diversity of human experience, and a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world. We uncover the roots of our social structures, beliefs, and innovations. The tools and pottery of ancient peoples reveal their daily lives and the ways in which they interacted with their environment. The remains of their settlements show us how they organized their communities and managed their resources. The reenactments of their community life give us a glimpse into their customs and traditions, their rituals and ceremonies. By studying these artifacts and remains, we can piece together a picture of their world and gain insights into our own. Nowhere is this more evident than in the Nile Valley, the birthplace of one of the world's most enduring civilizations. The ancient Egyptians built a society that lasted for thousands of years, leaving behind a legacy that continues to fascinate and inspire us today. The Nile River, with its fertile banks and abundant resources, provided the foundation for their civilization. The pyramids, temples, and tombs they built are a testament to their ingenuity and skill. The writings and artifacts they left behind offer a glimpse into their beliefs, their achievements, and their daily lives. By studying the ancient Egyptians, we can gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our own world and the legacy that we will leave behind for future generations. The Nile Valley, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, provided a unique setting for this pivotal chapter in human history. Its geographic isolation, bordered by deserts to the east and west, fostered a sense of community and shared identity among its inhabitants. The Nile River, the lifeblood of the region, dictated the rhythm of life, its annual floods both a blessing and a challenge. Our exploration of this transformative period takes us on a captivating journey through time. We will delve into the daily lives of these early Nile dwellers, examining their homes, tools, and sustenance. We will uncover the secrets of their agricultural practices, tracing the evolution from hunter-gatherer societies to settled farming communities. Furthermore, we will explore the development of social structures, the emergence of religious beliefs, and the blossoming of artistic expression. The period before 6000 BCE in the Nile Valley is often overshadowed by the grandeur of later Egyptian dynasties. However, it is within this often overlooked era that we witness the very genesis of Egyptian civilization. Long before the pyramids cast their long shadows across the desert sands, a different world unfolded along the Nile. Section 5. The Gift of the Nile. Central to this narrative is the Nile River itself, a force of nature both revered and feared. Its annual floods, though sometimes destructive, brought life-giving water and fertile silt to the land. The Egyptians learned to harness this natural cycle, developing irrigation techniques that allowed them to cultivate crops and sustain larger populations. The Nile, in essence, became the cradle of their civilization, nurturing its growth and shaping its destiny. Section 1. The Nile. A lifeline in the desert. Imagine a world painted in hues of ochre and gold, a seemingly endless expanse of sand and stone beneath a blazing sun. The Sahara Desert, with its vast stretches of barren land, is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The sun beats down relentlessly, and the temperature can soar to unbearable heights during the day, only to plummet to freezing levels at night. The wind, carrying fine grains of sand, can whip across the landscape, creating an ever-shifting terrain of dunes and rocky outcrops. This was the backdrop against which the drama of early human life in the Nile Valley unfolded. Thousands of years ago, early humans sought refuge and sustenance in this harsh environment. They were drawn to the Nile Valley, a narrow strip of fertile land that offered a stark contrast to the surrounding desert. Here they found water, food, and the means to build a life. Archaeological evidence reveals that these early inhabitants developed tools, created art, and established communities along the river's banks. The Sahara Desert, one of the harshest environments on Earth, stretched for thousands of miles. Its unforgiving conditions a constant challenge to survival. The desert's vastness is both awe-inspiring and intimidating. It is a place where life seems impossible, yet it is also a place of incredible beauty. The shifting sands, the towering dunes, and the distant mountains create a landscape that is both stark and mesmerizing. Despite its harshness, the Sahara has a unique allure that has captivated explorers, adventurers, and dreamers for centuries. Its unforgiving conditions a constant challenge to survival. For those who dared to venture into the desert, survival depended on their ability to adapt to the extreme conditions. Nomadic tribes learned to navigate the shifting sands, find water sources, and live off the sparse vegetation and wildlife that managed to thrive in this arid environment. Their knowledge of the desert's secrets was passed down through generations, ensuring their survival in a place where few others could endure. Yet amidst this arid landscape, a lifeline flowed: the Nile River. The Nile, the longest river in the world, stretches over 4,000 miles from its sources in East Africa to its delta in the Mediterranean Sea. It is a river of life, providing water, food, and transportation to millions of people. Along its banks, lush vegetation flourishes, creating a green ribbon that stands in stark contrast to the surrounding desert. The river's annual floods deposited nutrient-rich silt on the land, making it possible for agriculture to thrive. This natural irrigation system allowed ancient civilizations to grow crops, raise livestock, and build prosperous communities. The Nile was not just a source of sustenance. It was a source of inspiration, giving rise to myths, legends, and a rich cultural heritage that continues to influence the region to this day. Section 2. The Rhythm of the River. Life in the Nile Valley revolved around the rhythm of the river. The annual flood cycle, a natural phenomenon that brought both anticipation and anxiety, dictated the pace of life. As the floodwaters receded, they left behind a rich layer of fertile silt, transforming the landscape into a fertile breadbasket. This predictable cycle allowed the early Egyptians to develop a sophisticated understanding of agriculture, making the Nile Valley a hub for food production. Section 3. Islands of Life, Oases, and Sand Dunes. Beyond the fertile banks of the Nile, the vast Sahara Desert stretched as far as the eye could see. Yet, even in this unforgiving landscape, pockets of life persisted. Oases scattered across the desert like emerald jewels offered a respite from the harsh conditions. These oases, fed by underground springs or ancient rivers, supported a surprising diversity of plant and animal life. Section 4. A land of extremes. The Nile Valley, though a haven compared to the surrounding desert, was not without its challenges. The climate was extreme, with scorching summers and mild winters. The annual flood cycle, while essential for agriculture, could also be unpredictable and destructive. Droughts, though rare, could devastate crops and lead to famine. These environmental factors shaped the lives of the early Egyptians, demanding resilience, adaptability, and ingenuity. Section 5. The shifting sands of time. The environment of the Nile Valley was not static. It underwent significant changes over millennia. Climate fluctuations led to periods of increased or decreased rainfall, impacting the flow of the Nile and the extent of its floodplain. These environmental shifts had profound consequences for the people living in the region, forcing them to adapt their agricultural practices, settlement patterns, and even their beliefs. Section 6. Shaping a civilization. The environment of the Nile Valley played a pivotal role in shaping the course of Egyptian civilization. The river's life-giving waters, the fertile floodplain, the challenges posed by the surrounding desert, and the ever-changing climate all contributed to the unique character of this ancient culture. The Egyptians' ability to adapt to their environment, to harness its resources, and to overcome its challenges laid the foundation for the rise of one of history's most enduring civilizations. Section 1. A home by the river. In the heart of the Nile Valley, where the river's life-giving waters met the fertile earth, the first permanent settlements began to take shape. The Nile River, often referred to as the lifeblood of Egypt, provided not only water but also fertile soil, which was essential for agriculture. This unique combination of resources allowed early settlers to cultivate crops and sustain their communities. The river's annual flooding deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the land, creating an environment where plants could thrive. This natural phenomenon was crucial for the development of agriculture, which in turn supported the growth of permanent settlements. These early dwellings, humble in their design, reflected the ingenuity and resourcefulness of their inhabitants, who learned to adapt to the challenges and opportunities of their environment. Constructed from locally available materials such as reeds and mud, these homes were simple yet effective. The use of reeds provided flexibility and strength, while mud offered insulation against the harsh climate. The design of these homes was a testament to the early Egyptians' understanding of their surroundings and their ability to make the most of what was available to them. Over time, these simple structures evolved, incorporating new techniques and materials as the community's knowledge and skills grew. The homes of these early Egyptians were more than just shelters from the elements. They were the cradles of a burgeoning civilization, the places where families gathered, traditions were passed down, and the seeds of innovation were sown. Within these walls, daily life unfolded in a rhythm that was closely tied to the cycles of the river and the seasons. Families worked together to tend their crops, care for their animals, and maintain their homes. The division of labor was often based on age and gender, with each member of the household contributing to the community's well-being. Children learned from their elders, absorbing the knowledge and skills that would one day enable them to take on adult responsibilities. These homes were also centers of cultural and social activity. Festivals, religious ceremonies, and communal gatherings were held within the community, strengthening social bonds and fostering a sense of shared identity. The traditions and customs that emerged in these early settlements laid the foundation for the rich and complex culture that would come to define ancient Egypt. As the community grew, so did its innovations. The early Egyptians developed new agricultural techniques, such as irrigation systems, to manage the river's waters more effectively. They also began to experiment with different building materials and construction methods, leading to the development of more durable and sophisticated structures. These advancements were driven by a combination of necessity and curiosity, as the inhabitants of the Nile Valley sought to improve their quality of life and ensure their survival in an ever-changing environment. The story of these early homes by the river is a testament to the resilience and creativity of the human spirit. It reminds us that even in the most challenging circumstances, people have the capacity to adapt, innovate, and thrive. The legacy of these early settlers lives on in the enduring culture and achievements of ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. Section 2, the tools of survival. Section 3, the hunt for sustenance. In ancient times, survival often depended on the skill and cunning of the hunters. As they stalked their prey through the tall grasses, their bodies crouched low, their movements were stealthy and silent. With eyes scanning the landscape for any sign of movement, they were ever vigilant, knowing that their next meal hung in the balance. Section 4, the bounty of the Nile. The Nile River, with its banks overflowing with lush vegetation, provided an abundance of resources. Fields of wheat and barley swayed gently in the breeze, a testament to the river's life-giving force. This bounty was the foundation upon which ancient civilizations thrived, offering sustenance and stability to those who lived along its shores. Section 5, a day in the life. As the first rays of dawn broke over the Nile River, they cast a golden glow on the surrounding landscape. A new day began in the life of a small village nestled along its banks. The daily routines and activities of the villagers were deeply intertwined with the rhythm of the river, reflecting a harmonious existence that had persisted for generations. Section 6, the cycle of life. A newborn baby cradled in its mother's arms, eyes closed peacefully, and a tiny hand grasping its mother's finger. This is a powerful symbol of new life and the continuity of generations. Section 7, the fabric of community. A group of villagers working together to construct a new dwelling. Their movements are synchronized, their efforts combined to achieve a common goal. This scene is a testament to the importance of cooperation and community spirit. Section 8, the seeds of innovation. A close-up of a potter's hands shaping clay on a rotating wheel. His movements are skilled and precise, transforming a lump of earth into a vessel of both beauty and utility. This moment captures the essence of human creativity and ingenuity. Section 1, the birth of farming, a revolution in the Nile Valley. Section 2, the gift of the flood, harnessing the Nile's bounty. Section 3, from wild grains to cultivated crops, the domestication of wheat and barley. Section 4, taming the wild, the domestication of animals. Section 5, a time of plenty, the impact of agriculture on population and settlement. Section 6, the rise of villages, from nomadic camps to permanent communities. Section 7, the seeds of civilization, how agriculture shaped Egyptian society. Section 8, a legacy of innovation, the enduring impact of early Egyptian agriculture. Section 1, the dawn of cooperation. Section 2, the fabric of society, specialization, and social roles. Section 3, the power of place, early settlements, and community life. Section 4. Echoes of the Past. Archaeological Insights into Pre-Dynastic Society. Section 5. A Foundation for Greatness. The Legacy of Early Egyptian Communities. Section 1. Whispers of the Sacred. Section 2. The Nile, a River of Life and Divinity. Section 3. Honoring the Cycle of Life and Death. The ancient peoples had a profound respect for the cycle of life and death. They believed in an afterlife where the deceased would need their earthly possessions. This is why, burial chambers were often filled with pottery, tools, and other offerings. It was a way to honor the departed and ensure they were well equipped for their journey beyond. Section 1. Expressions of Identity. Pottery shards, each adorned with unique patterns and motifs, tell a story of individual and communal identity. These intricate designs were more than mere decoration. They were expressions of cultural significance and personal artistry. Through these artifacts, we gain insight into the values and aesthetics of ancient societies. Section 2. The Artist's Touch, from utilitarian to aesthetic. Bone tools and ornaments, like needles, harpoons, and pendants, exemplify the blend of functionality and artistry. These objects were not only practical but also beautifully crafted, reflecting the skill and creativity of their makers. The transformation from utilitarian items to aesthetic expressions highlights the deep connection between everyday life and artistic endeavor in ancient cultures. Section 3. Echoes in the Sands of Time. As we gaze upon this ancient burial site, we are reminded of the rich tapestry of human history that lies beneath our feet. Each artifact, each layer of earth tells a story of a culture that once thrived in these very sands. The echoes of their lives resonate through time, offering us invaluable insights into their world. Section 1. The Ingenuity of Early Egyptians. The early Egyptians were remarkable in their ability to harness the resources around them. From the fertile banks of the Nile to the vast deserts, they innovated and adapted, laying the foundations for one of the most enduring civilizations in history. Their ingenuity is a testament to human creativity and resilience. Section 2. Mastering Stone, from crude tools to specialized instruments. The evolution of stone tools marks a significant leap in human technological advancement. From simple hand axes to more specialized instruments like scrapers and grinding stones, these tools reflect a growing understanding of material properties and craftsmanship. Each tool tells a story of innovation and adaptation, showcasing the ingenuity of early humans. Section 3. The Challenge of Water Innovation in Irrigation and Flood Control. Section 1. A Legacy Etched in Stone and Time. Section 2. The Enduring Relevance of Ancient Egypt. Section 3. Unanswered Questions and Future.
Thank you for watching Swords and Scepters. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with all our new releases.